explain life with them two-tone gates. Who you know?
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in Metropolitan.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in Metropolitan Los Angeles.
Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And some room to roam now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonathan Taylor.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Wilson flushed out right.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pittman here.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Back to Taylor on first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Forced, and he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away.
Here's Berrios.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Again, Wilson. Rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They find some open field here. There he goes left side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonathan Taylor
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one out for Mims. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the 31, Wilson.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right.
He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Hunt.
.96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Hunt. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll go down at the 28.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw, Cousins. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
all square. 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson. And this one complete to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to Hunt. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Hunt. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Again, it's Hunt, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter time. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
First and 10, Taylor now. And some room to maneuver. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run here with Taylor. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Patrick Ricard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the run, this is Hunt. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. 164 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
First carry for James Conner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it up there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Byron Pringle now to return it.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.